What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a new video on the channel. Welcome to Forza Horizon 5, and I want to try some of the tunes that you guys have sent me over the past little while. If you don't know what's going on here in today's video, welcome, by the way, because I feel like there's some new people that still watch my videos. Welcome to the video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe if you enjoy the content. Plus, it helps out a lot. Plus, let's try to get the 400k finally. I feel like it's been a long time since I've been asking for this, but let's try to get the 400k. Also, every time I don't say anything at the start of the videos about subscribing, people just forget to do it. So I might as well just say it at the start of the videos and see if it helps out. Anyway, regardless, I get to try some of the tunes that you guys have sent me. So over on my Discord, which you can find down below, people send over some tunes for me to try on future videos. And sometimes they're very good, sometimes they're very bad, sometimes they're very jokey, funny tunes. And it's fun to try them because they're very interesting and it makes for interesting content. So that's what's happening. I'm gonna try a couple of tunes that you guys have sent me. I have one of them already picked out here. This guy sent me a tune. He said, "Here goes. This is a donked out, non-drift suspension Land Rover Series 3 drift build with a roof rack and stock tires that easily gets 1.1 mil. I put the stock tires back on it because they seem to get more angle on the tighter section, and it just looks silly." So we have a Land Rover Series 3 drift build with no drift suspension, no drag tires, and it's just donked. So I want to try it out. It immediately sparked my interest. There's always random, like, when people start explaining stuff like this in their comments, it just sparks my interest for me to try it. So this is pretty much what it's going to look like, except it's also going to have a roof rack. Anyway, let's try it out and see what it looks like, and I want to try and drift this thing. Again, when it's just weird shit like this, it's just funny to try it. Alright, 6, 3, 9, 6, 9, 8, 9, 2, 9. That is the share code for the tune. You can try it yourselves as well. It's a 740. All-wheel drive, still stock tire compound, rally suspension. It's got a lot of power. It's got more. It's basically 1-to-1 power to weight ratio, just a little higher. Jesus. Right. Well, let's let's try this stupid thing out. It's gotta be dumb. I can already tell. I can already tell how stupid this thing is gonna be. Oh my god. Right. Oh, as if it just does this so easily. Oh, you can lose it very easily though without drift suspension. I need to be careful. I need to be really careful. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get 1.1 mil points. I'm too bad at this to do it with a non-drift suspension car. Let's try it anyway. Oh my god. The sim steering actually helps a lot with it. I went way too fast and not enough angle already. As if this does this. I had to crack my thumb as well because I can feel it as a... Yeah, okay. I can't ride it on handbrake. I cannot ride this thing on the handbrake to try and extend my slide or anything like that. It's just... It doesn't work. As soon as I whip the handbrake, the rear end straight up just leaves me. It just overtakes my front end. I'm literally jackknifing this thing. Okay. More angle here. See what I mean? You see what I mean? I'm trying, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, I'll use my handbrake. I can correct myself a little bit and extend my slide and just be able to... No, not happening. Okay, so this is a more using your actual brakes type of tune, I guess. The fact that it's pulling these points without me... Oh my god, man. I can't have a lot of angle. I think that's just me. I think I just have to get used to not having angle with it. I need to just catch it early. I need to just catch it early, not let it slide out too far, angle-wise, and then just try and just basically stay at this angle here. The no drift suspension is hard. Again, in my head, I'm like, okay, this needs a little bit more angle to be able to to get more points, but then I can't because it's just I lose it. So instinctively, I'm trying to obviously increase my angle because you get more points. But at the same time, I need to try and not do that. Oh my god. It's easily going to get a mil points, I'll tell you that. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do 1.1 mil points. I really have to get used to driving this thing though. If you wanted to pull those type of points. Oh god. I'm so bad at sliding this thing. Have you even tried to... I stomped on the handbrake there. Oh, not stomped, but like I tried to use the handbrake there for a second. I was like, oh god, there goes the rear end. Like I'm trying my best to... I'm not getting any points there. I feel like I need to extend my slide, or not my slide. I need to go that far out. No, I don't. Fourth is really, really good for this guy. Fourth is like spot on. For most of the corners, fourth is very usable. Even a bit of fifth is actually not too bad. Again, it's just the use of the handbrake is just. Oh god, there it goes. I tried to use it a bit. Careful now. Careful, careful, careful. See, it can hold angle though when it's like that, except like... Oh god. This is probably one of the worst... And there it goes. This is definitely just a joke to him. Of course it is, but... It is a bit of a challenge to try and get it to get the points that this guy said that it can get. Again, when it's someone else's tune and they know how to drive it, it's completely different than me throwing myself into the deep end and trying someone else's tune and feeling completely lost. Because that's how I feel right now. I just feel lost driving this thing. I feel like I'm so bad at it. Because in my head, I'm trying to get bigger angle, bigger slide. Right? To try and increase the amount of points that I'm getting, because that's how it should be, right? But then at the same time, I'm here like, wait a second, what am I doing? It's so hard. It's so hard to find where the sweet spot is before you actually lose control of it. If that makes sense? Like before the rear end starts overtaking the front. Because you can lose it so easily, because there's no extra steering angle. So I'm trying my best to... Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Maybe I can get 1.1 mil. Maybe I underestimated myself. Maybe I was thinking of 1.2 mil. Maybe I was like, there's definitely no way I can get 1.2 mil. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, 1.1 mil is very possible. This guy was right. Jesus Christ, man. It is so weird to drive this thing. It's so difficult to drive it. But it's fun because it's just different. And the soft rally suspension as well, it just makes it really funny to drive. I think the rally suspension actually does increase your steering angle slightly. Because in Forza Horizon 3, when there was no drift suspension, you'd end up using rally suspension instead of the regular race suspension because it increases the steering angle slightly. So I think it's still the same in this game. So I think with this guy completely stock suspension, or if you put like race suspension on it, I don't think it would be as good as the rally suspension. So I think inadvertently, you did actually give this thing slightly better steering angle than not having a slightly better steering angle, like with the stock suspension or the race suspension. If that makes sense. I don't know if you realize that you've done it or not, but it is still so funny to drive this thing. Again, the super soft suspension and the tires and everything, the whole package of this thing, and the way it looks is just the strangest thing ever. But it's just funny try and drift it. I think you could get quite a lot more points with it. I think once you get used to... What's that? Once you get used to... once you get used to driving this thing... Obviously, since it's not my tune, so I have no idea how to drive this thing yet. Like, properly. And that was my very first time experiencing driving this thing. Getting 1.1 mil points wasn't actually that hard. But I think someone that's actually used to this car, I think the owner of this tune, or even me if I spend like a little while more trying to do a few more runs with this thing, I think you can get closer to 1.2. Maybe even get the 1.2 mil points. Genuinely just a funny car. Thank you for sending it in, because this is just jokes. Everybody could try this thing out for themselves, and let me know what you think of it, because it just is stupid, but it's so funny to drive. Good tune. I like it. Alright, next one is another goofy tune apparently. Kinda goofy but fun meme tune for the Hot Wheels BTTB. Just mostly straighten the car up before you accelerate. Try to get a 50-second lap time on the Horizon Mexico circuit. This is gonna be a mess. Oh god, this is gonna be such a mess. Just from that description alone, this is gonna be a mess. This one makes this fun. Alright, there's the BTTB. BTTB is just an incredible car. It's so good to drive everywhere and anywhere. So we'll try to see what this guy has done. This dude, AX, he's sent tunes in before, and he's he makes some really good tunes, but he's also a very good driver in this game. So yeah, he's also in my Discord named as, or not named, but like he's part of the group of the sweaty nerds that are really good at this game. Basically, the top Forza players, as we call them. Anyway, there's the straight code 916-028-056. Alright, even the tune name is Mao. It's on drag tire compounds, right? All-wheel drive, drift suspension. I already have a very similar tune to this, apparently, on. The one that he sent is less power. Okay. 50-second on the Horizon Mexico circuit. Should I just drive with traction control on and just cheese it? I don't know if actually that does... I'll try it anyway. I'll try the different methods. Horizon Mexico circuit. Let's try it. Where is it? There it is. Jesus. It's just gonna be stupid, isn't it? He did say, try to position myself in a straight line before I accelerate. Let's see if I'm able to do it. Let's see how fast this thing is. Oh, man. I'm gonna regret driving this 100%. I think the first few laps are gonna be just a joke. Alright. Sim steering's on, everything's on, braking light on. It's fine. Or everything else is off, but braking light's on. Let's try it out, see what happens. Alright. So far it's very fast. Brake. Oh, it does slip a bit. We're gonna just keep it in 5th. Oh man, it's been such a long time since I've driven the BTTB. I forgot how absolutely unreal it is at this game. Are you sure you sent me the right tune? This, I can floor it out of corners when I'm mid-corner. Well, not really, but just as I'm about to exit before I've straightened up. Oh, I can see it there. It did it for a split second. I slid out for it. Oh, there it is again. Yeah, just the tiniest bit. Not enough though to really bother me. This Senna's gonna get absolutely abused by this. I don't think I'm not... I might just not be a good enough driver. I can brake a lot later, I think. I also think I need to be a little bit more confident with my driving in it. I'm scared because he said don't floor it until I'm in a straight line. But I'm here accelerating out of corners way earlier. So I'm a little skeptical on what I should genuinely floor it out of corners and not. There's 51.4. Let's continue lapping. Yeah, this is fine. I can accelerate out of corners way earlier. Slid wide a little bit there. Can't believe how good these tires are, man. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. I'm on drag tires. I'm not even on, like... I'm not on slick tires or anything. Again, I just need to gain a little bit more confidence driving this thing. I think that's my thing. I think the more laps I do, the faster I'll end up going. I mean, that is the way it is. That is the way it is pretty much with every car. The more laps I do, the more I get used to it, the faster I'll end up being. Messed up completely there. That was my fault. I went so far wide and then I started understeering like mad. That is my fault. 51.2 though is not too bad to start it off with. The fact that even with that crappy corner and I'm out doing the sign out like that. Oh, not crappy corner ring. Crappy corner ring from me. Not too slow. That's better. It's faster. 51 dead. .8. I'm just going faster every time I finish a lap. Not this one apparently. I'm going way too wide. What am I doing? .6. 50.6 in 10 laps? I'll take a 50.6 in 10 laps. Yeah, I had a period there where I just kept trying to go faster. I crashed into the walls. 50.7 though, or 50.6 in 10 laps. I'll take it. I will take it, right? He did say try to get 50-second lap time, which I did. You can actually accelerate quite a lot earlier than I thought. I thought this was going to be much more, like, slippery. than what he suggested. Where I was like gonna be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't really accelerate yet. And then the more I drove it, the more I realized how, like, I could be a little smoother when I'm exiting corners, right? I could just kind of slowly accelerate out of corners, and then I realized when I'm actually able to floor out of corners. It's actually a very, very good tune. I know he tried to make it a kind of like a jokey tune, but it's really, really fast. It's a really, really fast tune. Let's see where I am in the world. Also keep in mind there's a lot of cheated scores on this leaderboard. On the Horizon Mexico circuit, for whatever reason, there's such a massive amount of cheaters on this leaderboard. It's stupid. You can see them at the top here. Like 27 seconds, it's like stuff like that. It's just so many of these guys. Every single one of these guys at the top here is cheating. Like, none of these times are legit. Until you start going down and you see some of the actual good players, like people from like the 1% Club or RFND, is like stuff like that, like those guys, that's when you start realizing, oh, okay, so these guys are the legit ones. So, the more I scroll down, the closer we get to the people that are legit. I don't know 100% where it starts being legit. There we go. Okay, it was Zed Grey. This guy's legit. Did it in the Diablo, which is mad. 47 seconds. That is ridiculous. There you go. More of the Diablo GTRs. There's still even cheated scores here between all these. You can see like the McLaren P1 and the Valhalla. People like being like level 7 and stuff like that. But closer, you will end up seeing a bunch of like legit scores here. There's RFNE. There's Travis with the Hot Wheels BTTB. Again, I'm very slow right now with this car, but I think, yeah, you see the point here. I'm 4,000 in the world. Somehow I managed to squeeze out a 50-second lap time, though, with this thing. So it is pretty jokes. Regardless of that, I am gonna leave this thing alone for now. Very good tune. Try it for yourselves. Again, Hot Wheels BTTB is still being the best car out of all of these. I don't know if this tune is the goated tune to be able to go up against these guys, or is it just a kind of like a jokey tune? But it is actually really, really good. I just need to drive better. That is my thing. I need to just drive a lot better. And I think I can probably get this tune maybe just sub 50, just slightly, with my skill set Anyway, regardless, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for the tunes, also for the people that have sent over tunes. If I haven't picked your tune this week, send it in again, and I'll probably pick it next week. So if you have anything interesting you want to send over, do so over on my Discord. Link to that is down below in the link tree. Have a good day, everyone. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.